Hi, I'm Andy and this is Investing Book Highlights. I started reading investing books 2 years ago. I took it to heart when I learnt that the best investors in the world read. And they read a lot, and they read a variety of different topics. Investing Book Highlights is here to help investors read books different to the ones constantly recommended, though some of those I've read too. So when I read a book, I get out my yellow highlighter and I highlight what I think are important sentences or passages. Some books I'll highlight a lot of passages, some books I'll highlight a few, and some books I don't make any highlights at all. Highlighting when you read is something I definitely encourage. The Warren Buffett Stock Portfolio was the 5th investing book I read. Written by Mary Buffett and David Clark in 2013, I purchased it on February 24th, 2019. It has 240 pages and I made highlights on, well, let's dive into that. As The Warren Buffett Way was such a good book, I decided to purchase another book about Warren. But to go further, we'll have to look at the one and only highlight in this video. I threw this book out. To explain why, I need to discuss the structure of the book. The book gives a small biography of Warren, but nothing different to what a quick Google search would uncover. It then briefly lays out the performance metrics it uses to discuss 17 companies Warren has invested in. And then it discusses those 17 companies. I remember getting to Coca-Cola, which was the 3rd company in the book, and I was interested in validating some of the Coca-Cola figures the book had produced. But for the life of me, I couldn't. Maybe now, 2 years later, I could, but at the time I couldn't and I got very frustrated. I then started flicking through the book and soon realised that the structure was very formulaic. It discussed the 17 companies in the same way. Preparing for this video, I decided to look at the reviews for the book, and I would say that 50% say it's a good book and 50% resonate with my view. And that brings me back to my highlight. The book sat on my shelf for some time, and as my investing book library grew, I knew I wasn't going to read it again, and it wouldn't be one I would recommend, so I threw it out. I think this is probably a good lesson to learn as a beginner investor. I spent good money on this book, and there's a stigma around throwing books out, but if it needs to be thrown out, it needs to be thrown out. In each video, I tally up the cost of the books I've read. As this was book 5, the total cost is $108.64, and that's in Australian dollars. To help build this channel, please click like and subscribe. And are there books that you've thrown out or should throw out? Leave a comment or question below and I'll be sure to follow up. And I hope your day is full of highlights.